Hey, how's it going, all you lovely people at Doorshutter, coming back to you with a brand new episode of the Direwolf20 1.20 mod pack. Today is episode 17, and today was supposed to be an all fabric 6 day, but honestly, I just didn't feel up to it. So we're doing this. We are playing some Direwolf20 stuff. I really am just excited to keep playing this pack. I've been having a blast, but I have some stuff in my inventory. So I went ahead and I've crafted some auto crafting stuff off camera, just because it'll make it just a little bit quicker to get into here. So we've got 16K crafting storage blocks, 2 of those, and 4 co-crafting processor things. You guys can read through this whole thing. They're pretty nifty, but, you know, yeah, if we scroll here, crafting storages are available in all standard cell sizes. They store the ingredients and intermediate ingredients involved in a craft, so larger and more storages are required for the CPU to handle crafting jobs with more ingredients. Crafting coprocessors make the system send out ingredients batches from the memory providers more often. This allows them to keep up machines that process quickly. For an example, this pattern provider surrounded by a molecular assemble being able to push ingredients faster than a single assembler can process, and thus distributing the ingredients batches between the surrounding assemblers. So basically, it's just saying, hey, instead of having everything sent to one place and kind of backlogging it because it can't produce it fast enough, it'll distribute it. So those are pretty cool. I guess these are not actually required. I thought they were. So this would actually just work if we wanted to. So let's actually test that real quick, because I don't think I've ever done it that way. But yeah, so we've also made a pattern encoder terminal here. It's nothing too expensive, just a crafting terminal and an engineering processor. And we'll get that placed down here. We've also made some blank patterns. And one of the first things that you always do with blank patterns is learn how to craft a blank pattern, because that is just time efficiency, right? We'll also need to make quartz glass, so we'll do that one real quick as well. And that's our first 2 patterns done. Okay, so now where do we put these patterns? Well, we need to put them in a ME network pattern provider and a molecular assembler. We need to put these together. We won't get into making the full massive molecular assembler structure this episode. We're just going to do it basic, and we're going to keep it that way. All right. So we're just going to put a molecular assembler down here, pattern provider below it, above it, to the left, to the right, wherever. You could just emplace this with where the cable is, even if you wanted to. It'll all connect it. Okay. So our patterns will go into this pattern provider, and then in this molecular assembler, we're going to throw all of our acceleration cards in there, just because we'll, want to make it craft quickly. And we can actually quickly grab 10 of these blank patterns, and that should be done pretty quickly. So we got the 10 immediately, right? And if we actually craft 10 more of these, we're not going to keep crafting 10 of these, but if we actually look up here, this tells you all of the status and everything, and it actually showed us that they completed. Fantastic. And of course, we don't really need this many, so we're going to keep them in the system for now. And yeah, that is awesome. Okay, so the reason we did this is because we want to look at getting towards the digital miner, okay? But we're going to need a little bit more power. So Solar Flux Reborn is where we're going to kind of want to look at here. So this is why we made the crafting and the AE system in general, is because we don't want to have to keep going back and forth and back and forth and back and forth between these crafting iterations, okay? So we can teach this system how to just start crafting everything all in one go instead, which is awesome, And we're going to just teach it basic stuff right now. We may change the blaze powder here in the future, but yeah. Also, if you hold shift, you can actually see the items these are crafting. It's a little bit useful here whenever I completely forgot which one we just crafted. So let's actually grab that emerald glass. I don't think we have our diamonds in a compactor. We have to figure that one out too. But for right now, it will be fine. So we also need to grab another pattern provider. Also, there are like the half pattern providers, which you could use. They are the equivalent. You just need a cable. The pattern providers from the mega cells are different. These are for processing patterns only, as you can see here. So if you have a massive crafting operation with a machine, that's how you would go about doing that. So let's grab another pattern provider here, and let's just toss in that. And let's look at at more of the solar panel stuff. So we actually want to start looking at how we craft this. So tier 1, just like that. We're going to teach us how to make oak planks as well. And let's see. So there's that. So tier 2. You can see that we're going to need to teach this thing quite a lot of different recipes just to get to tier 2, which is kind of insane. So tier 3, need a redstone repeater, which is going to require us to teach us how to make redstone torches. So a whole bunch of like minor things. And this is one of the like difficult parts of doing this manually, was getting all of this stuff made sure that we can actually have enough of them. So let's keep tossing this stuff in here. Probably just filled up another one, didn't we? Just accidentally threw a pattern back in here. But we can grab another pattern provider. I do wish there was a bigger pattern provider. I thought I saw something like that, but I guess it may have not been the thing I was thinking. You know, sadly, we will live. I definitely want to see if there's a better option for these pattern providers. Maybe another AE2 add-on mod, because it is painful how many you have to go through to just do certain things in this in AE2 just in general. So okay, let me get the rest of these and I'll be right back. All right, so I just went up to the tier 6 for right now because I know we're not going to have enough resources for this, by the way. That's another thing. We are running really, really low on resources. Let's quickly just get these thrown on here. Doesn't really matter. They do need to be in a rectangular or cube shape, by the way. You can see if we take these two out that it broke it, put one back, this breaks it, put that back, it'll fix it. It's kind of an interesting thing, but they need to be that way. Also, if you wanted to, you could technically make 2 of these if you really were concerned about having enough storage cores and everything. Let's just, yeah, just like that if you wanted to. So that way you actually have 2 different cores, and I can show you what I mean by that. So if we go here, oh, I guess I need something we can actually craft. So blank patterns real quick. This is just a good example because I can actually craft them. If we click next here, you can cycle through your CPU processors. Each one of these can hold 16,000 items, ingredients in this case, but you know, that's just something to look at. For right now, I don't think we really need multiple. If we need multiple, of course, I can just break them up and there's no big issue with that. So just wanted to point that one out there. All right. So what are we going to do about resources? Because we're low, right? We've got 26 redstone in here. 7,000 copper, because, you know, copper is the most useful thing in the game. So we have 170 redstone in total. We need to figure out something. I'm not 100% sure. That's kind of why I want to look towards the digital miner, but I don't think I have enough redstone to even start thinking about that. Because we're going to need redstone for the basic ingredients in Mechanism. Okay? That's one of the big things. Is Mechanism uses a lot of redstone to get started with its basic, what is it called? Basic, where are they at here? I know everything looks different too. That's another problem. Let's look at Mechanism. So Mechanism, we have the Metallurgic Infuser. We'll just look at this. This will probably be the easier option. So the Metallurgic Infuser is one of the most basic pieces of Mechanism, okay? Because we need to get these basic control circuits, which require redstone and osmium. We also need another one which uses redstone. Where is it at? This one right here, which is the infused alloy, which is redstone and iron. So that is the thing. We need a lot of it. And this also requires 2 redstone per osmium. This one only requires 1. So just keep that in mind. And you'll need a lot of those. So, I mean, we could brute force until we have the digital miner, but I think I might want to hold off on that. Let's actually, I guess we could do that. Let's look at a builder. Can we look at a builder from RFTools? That might be the cheapest option, just to get some resources. And if we look at a quarry module, shape card query. Which pickaxe did that just use? I think it used an apotheosis one. Whatever. There are tons of different shape cards. There's the Clearing Quarry. There's the Fortune Quarry. I kind of want just the Fortune Quarry by itself, but we need a gas tier. Okay, let me run over to the Nether real fast and see if I can get a gas tier. Because the Fortune Quarry is just going to be overall better for what we need it for. So yeah, let me see if we can find one real fast. All right, so that is a Fortune Quarry card. The next thing we need to look at, of course, is actually getting some sort of power over there. Which we may want to look at just grabbing a handful of solar panels to do. But you know what? Let's just hop over here. Let's get over to this dimension that we're going to use this in. Kind of demonstrate how this is going to go. Yeah, so let's set this, I think, right here. So we just need to shift right click on the quarry itself. So the first corner, and then the second corner, we're just going to fly over in this direction. And we're going to dig, we're just going to dig straight down here. We could just, you know, toggle the actual settings in the card, but I'm just going to do it this way because I think it's always so fun to just dig straight down and then place it. So we'll do that. And honestly, this thing makes it a breeze to mine redstone and stuff. But man, it just gets really old whenever we have all the technology that we do in the middle of the game, and we kind of just aren't utilizing all the stuff that we could do. So, you know. Also, just right-clicking this, by the way, is what I mean. Whenever you could change the settings and stuff yourself. It's just, don't, you know, click on a block. Make sure you click in the air. You can change all of the offsets and everything like that. It's not too specific coordinates, but, oh well. So we'll put that in there. We will do single run. Yeah, just do single run and stop. Don't wait on position if operation's not available. And we'll just do ignored. So now all we need to do is just get power, which this may bring our power down just a little bit. But for right now, I'm not too concerned about it. So let's go laser card, or laser node connector thing. And we actually need a normal laser node. Okay, so laser. So we do need one of these. One of these. And then do we have energy cards on us? We do not. So let's snag one of these bad boys. A little bit of redstone use, but that's inevitable, honestly. We're not going to be able to avoid it. Oak chest. Do we have any stack upgrades? Perfect, we do. Let's just grab all of them we can. And let's head back over to the mining dimension. So we're just going to do that, and then oak diamond chest on top with plenty of stack upgrades in it. And we'll see if we can get our laser wrench. Where is that? Right there, perfect. So this is going to drain a lot of power, by the way. I already know it. It's absolutely ridiculous how much power this builder uses, and I'm hoping we can keep up with it. Okay, so we should be... Oh, we just click that? And if we wanted to, we could stop this and actually void things like cobblestone, dirt. And then that way this doesn't fill up with that, which is fine. And this is running, right? Yeah. We're cruising. Okay, so how are we doing? Is this able to support this? Very, very no. I don't even know how long this is going to theoretically take to complete. 0 of 12. So that's another thing. You can see all of the information that this is displaying. So it's on this first chunk, basically, of 12. And we are losing power quickly here. Okay. Man, that is so cool. Look at all that stuff. Let's go fly down this corner we made real fast. Because I know I saw some redstone. So let's try and snag as much as we can off the wall here. Which won't be picked up, by the way. Because it's out of range. So let's go here. Perfect. You can hear it breaking all the blocks. Okay. And how much redstone was that? 56 pieces? It's definitely not going to be enough, but I want to try and grab at least a handful. Oh, it's just replacing it all with dirt. That is so cool. Look at all that. It's going to be a solid chunk of dirt. Which one did we grab? I thought it was the Fortune just quarry card, but I guess it actually replaces it with dirt. Interesting. Interesting. Okay. Anyway, this card represents an area. And it's just box solid, I guess. Okay. We're probably out of power on our system, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, we are completely dead as a doornail. Dang it. Hold on, I'll be right back. Alrighty, so I've started crafting up 2 of these solar panel 6s, just because I want to use these for now. They're going to take a minute. You can see it's working, it's operating. We're just going to need quite a little bit of time to get this actually acquired, which is fine. Let's quickly grab 2 more of these. I don't actually have enough redstone for that. Can we just get... No. Alright, whatever. That's kind of the situation we're at. We need more power to be able to do much. So we are currently cycling. You can see it's going to take about a minute to complete. It's going to, slowly craft. I love watching this, though. It's just so cool to watch it, actually work. I've also went ahead and got quartz and glowstone in one of these simple compacting drawers, just because it'll convert between everything, which is a fantastic thing. It does take just a little bit less time to do it that way, so you don't have to teach things. Autocrafting, I love how they've added the simple compacting drawers and not just the these ones. I guess I actually already had a glowstone one, didn't I? Whoops. It's okay, we'll get rid of it. I didn't even realize that, honestly. But I know I didn't have a quartz one, so I guess I added the quartz one. We'll be fine. To clear these, by the way, all you need to do is just unlock it and then punch it. There we go. All right. We almost done here? Yes, we are. Okay, so solar panels. Let's hop over to the other dimension here. Kind of back and forth real quick. And let's see if we can do 2 of these to power this thing a little bit. I don't know how much power this is actually going to provide, if enough for this. Oh, it's raining right now. That might also be a problem, a factor. I don't think sleeping in this dimension really works that well, but we'll see. No, it doesn't look like it did much. I mean, yeah, this is actually keeping up with it a little bit. So let's take this all out. We need to also... I forgot to get efficiency cards. So we'll go back and grab some of those as well. But this is going to cruise. This is going to be a good way of doing this. I'd prefer to get the digital miner because the digital miner is kind of cool. And I mean, this works, right? For now, this will work. This will give us enough resources to kind of start getting towards that digital miner. And, might as well look at this mod as well. The RFTools, just in general, is a fantastic mod. The builder is just kind of a separate add-on, I guess. I think it's still technically under RFTools, but they've kind of, I see, started separating stuff. Movers? What in the world's a mover? I have no idea what a mover is. You can make your own vehicle? What? Okay, yeah, I have no idea what that is. Anyway, Yeah, this is looking awesome. And I mean, we've got a decent chunk of andesite in here too, which is good. Andesite's useful, of course, because andesite, you know, can be used for create. How are we doing here? Quickly, I wanted to check something. All right. But I think with that, we're going to wrap this one up here. I know this has been a shorter video, but we did look at getting a little bit more resources, getting Autocrafting set up with Applied Energistics, and also the RFTools Builder, which is going to help us just kind of progress much quicker through Mechanism, and then we can start looking at getting the Aether Slate armor, or Aether Steel? Is it Aether Steel armor? I think it's Aether Steel. This stuff right here, which of course we need the Aether Steel ingots, which are Aether Scrap and Netherite ingots, which of course we're going to want to get the Aether Steel debris, also ancient debris, and we're also going to want to look at pedestals here in the future with the material generators and stuff, because those are going to help so much with automating clay, automating obsidian, cobblestone, stone, basalt, diorite, andesite, all of the fancy materials that we could ever need. Is going to be able to be automated with pedestals. I mean, if we look at the material generator real quick, you can see how much stuff this can actually do for us. There is 28 pages of this, and we can kind of quickly scroll through them here, and you can see there is a ton of goodies that can be generated through this. Some of them require an external source, like the obsidian requires lava, and that's not too bad. But we can generate clay and stone, soul sand, ice, a whole bunch of goodies, right? So thank you guys. Stay awesome. And I can't wait to see you in the next one. Bye-bye.